ಕನಸು ಮತ್ತು ಜಾಗೃತ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ.
So for all these years, whatever is existing became philosophical and all non-entities became realities. Existence, ಇರುವಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿ ಅಂತ ದೂರ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ನಾನ್ ಎಂಟೈಟೀಸ್, ಏನು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದು, ದೇ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ರಿಯಾಲಿಟೀಸ್. ಟುಡೇ ವೆನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೇಸಿಂಗ್ man created problems and natural problems. Now he thinks that there is something beyond and there should be at least karma. Man always negates any reply. Suppose any coffee ತಗೊಂಡ್ಯಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. He would have drunk coffee and come, but still he will negate. He feels that yes, I don't know why he negates. Anything reply will be negative. God in the form appeared before a Brahmin. Why? You know who I am? He asked the why. You elladru unte, you are Sakshat God, as if we don't know you are God. Suddenly, unexpectedly, he asked, did you do the Sandhya Vandanam? Then immediately you should not say no. Yes, I did. So, the negative thing here, he has not done it. He knows that God knows it. But still, he wants to negate and say that, yes, I did it. It's not a lie. To safeguard, to defend, something comes out of his mouth. So from this what we understand is, God has to be appeased. He should not get any problem in his mind. He should go to the flashback when he was Brahminized. God should go to the flashback when this boy was put Janvara. At that time, the Purohit would have performed Sandhya Vandanam instead of this boy. So God has to be satisfied that this man did Sandhya Vandanam through Purohit. So such is the power of negativity, and as long as negativity exists, world exists for people. But world exists otherwise in the purest of sense. But no God says that I will improve bad karmas. Whenever Bhagavan appears as man, he says Dharmodharaka, we call him. Dharma Samvardhini, we call her. So whenever any deity comes, it doesn't mean that they promote adharma, unrighteousness. They don't promote adharma. So this means that man has failed to understand that, and he is caught in this world. So when someone tells that world is a dream, it's only a mixture of mind and 5 elements seen outside. Panchabuddha Mishrana Mata Manasu. Even otherwise, that house exists. Unless I see and put my concentration, that house does not exist. So mind and 5 elements create a vision, and that is an existence, a relative existence called the seen world. I think a little more deeper is the sleeping tendency of, the transcendental tendency of God or Brahmagyanis or Siddhas. The dream, when world is seen by them, it's only a dream. So they say that world is a dream. And in that dream, you go on dreaming, in the sense, humans. Then what is awakening? So, it doesn't exist as long as your eyes are open. It's always existing, but whenever you see, your Jagran takes place, so-called wakeful state takes place. A file takondva, you take that file. That file exists. Once you bring that file, for you, it becomes a reality. Then if you think that you have to carry out a few details, then you become an instrument, but you have the right to know, right to exercise. So all this you do your duty, and that is how the karma takes place. So leave your defending nature, then you will find that you are aligning with the process of awakening, then becoming wakeful to things. You are noting the difference? wakefulness, awakening. If you are in a very, this defense mechanism is not correct. It is needed, but it should not be over-exercised. Suppose you want to sleep at 12:30 or 1 in the night. That is the time usually people sleep. Suppose you are in the midst of a busy street. Near you is a street full of multiples of street ducks. Then exactly when you want to sleep, it will start barking. Why it is so? Then you will understand that a strange planet passes through that side. Planet in English, in some dictionaries, it's translated as wanderer. Planet wanders, So if some planet, strange planet, some wanderer walks through that side, who is not very familiar with our friends, it will start barking. Or their own tribe from other places would have invaded. So the cross-border management would have taken place. That's why they start barking. This is a defense mechanism. To a certain extent it is necessary, but it should not be taken seriously. Even dogs understand it. When it knows that it is not harmed, it will keep quiet and go to sleep. Immediately you will see, whereas man thinks about how to overcome this, how to be one up, how to put this fellow down. This is worse than duck's brain, mind of duck. Why the difference? The fear in man. So can you substitute very seriously with confidence this fear? At least till that time, no human can be called as human, because he is having animalistic fear. Even animals are ashamed, if I call it so. Or is having imagination about some superior power which will protect. Maybe his guard, some others, some bodyguards, or some other thing, or God. He is having an imagination that will protect. So, wakeful state is full of fear. Awakening is substituting confidence by removal of fear. More you substitute confidence, the fear goes out. This is the process of awakening. First, be alert that everything around us has nothing to do with me, but we transact. So this is alertness. It's a very powerful alertness. Then comes installation of confidence in the mind of man. Last time how you faced a situation, this time how you face a situation. If there is more a difference of confidence, then you are moving towards awakening state. I always repeat, Sarvam Paravasam Dukkham, Sarvam Atmavasam Sukham. Sarvam Paravasam. Anything external to you, if you have handed your authority to that power of attorney, and that is Dukkham. Sarvam Atmavasam. Suppose you are holding everything, then it's Sukham. Anything, if you are given it outside, that is a Dukkham. That is, at least you understand that much, so that the Dukkham will not bother you. So in the transactional field, you may have to get money, you may have to work. These are all not necessary, I don't say. But know that this can create a little flutter in your mind. So that you will be ready, you will not be changing. So, Sarvam Atmavasam Sukham. Anything which happens around you should not shake you. That is a fully awakened state. If there is a process, this much only. Aligning with the fully awakened state through becoming alert and installing more and more confidence by throwing out the fear in man, fear in oneself. Most of the men understand also what is so-called imagination called dream and so-called wakefulness. Many people in Bangalore at least. All the people who take to drinks, drugs, many of them now. If you put any hand, anyone's, now it's a boom. The trade is booming, I think. Almost many people are in this habits, having these habits. So they are in the midst of a big road, and they take that and come out to their car. They know that the whole world is a dream. They will talk only Vedanta. Then after they come to, what do you call that? Another one, hangover. அதெல்லாம் முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம், after everything is over, then they become wakeful. Oh, MG road, oh, this road. I thought I was only imagining it was. கார்லேயே உட்காந்துருப்பான் நைட்டு புறம் வேதாந்தா. So, why do you ask philosophers this? Everyone has understand this, in Bangalore at least. ಏನಿಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ BP ರೈಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Then also they will be completely in that field of high energy. How many years we have, Gita and others are telling, your body is like torn shirt, torn clothes, torn ropes. Who has understood? When the birth finishes, when the death takes over, it's something like throwing torn robes and adorning, trying to adorn a new robe. So all the people who use a particular word sends the soul and dress the chicken. The torn robe is called dress the chicken. Because the soul has moved to higher places to take a new robe. ಅರ್ಥಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ? The cut bird called chicken is called dressed chicken. Dressed means you have cut it into pieces. So these people have understood, whether it's in shop or home, they send the soul, because once the death takes place, the shirt is torn robe. They show in the form of dressed chicken. Now you understood, huh? No one understood, huh? In English, it's called a dressed chicken. The cut bird's flesh is called dressed chicken. Why they show it? Because they have understood Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Torn clothes were robes, they were asking. This was the robe chicken was wearing. We have sent the soul to peace for adorning another dress. This is the dress. It has thrown out. It's torn, It's a joke. But he has understood. All people have understood this. The people who do this, it's only a joke. Now, what is awakening?
What happens?
Huh. Where everything else is a dream. Dreamland awakening. That is the process. Substituting fear. Fear. In lieu of fear, confidence. More, that's what I call the alertness. More you are alert, then you know that Atmavasam Sukham. Till such a time you are giving yourself to any external circumstances, and you should be ready that they will create only some small things. Anything, it won't be perfect, anything will not be. Because Graha means Grahya, one which attracts. That pulls the eyesight. Usually we call whatever you see is creation. Drishti is Srishti. Now we have replaced Srishti is Drishti. Whatever is existing outside attracts us. So our eyes are also polluted. Just now I was seeing a lorry. It was going on throwing mud on the roads. The whole group is careful about environment, but our job is to throw mud, to pollute, to spread what you call dust everywhere. Did you understand this Srishti is Drishti and Drishti is Srishti? What is the difference between these two? Whatever you see is your creation. Whatever is existing in this world, you create through your eyes. So we call it Drishti is Srishti. Now man has replaced Srishti is Drishti. He sees and is attracted by the creation outside. Anything else? But now was only misinterpretation of assent, how they felt. They were interpreting. That brought down the essence of many things to earthly level. Anything is brought down to a very small level. So the people took it very lightly. For example, a maestro in music interprets this way. He has created a history recently also, but he is interpreting in a very wrong way, a very big, high tattva. Because he has understood in that level, and that will bring people to a very foolish level of understanding what is it. What he did was, all the sounds can be made better by doing japa. He is quoting Sanskrit, who is a Tamilian. He quotes Sanskrit in this. Then this japa, it's better let it evolve into dhyana. From dhyana becomes laya. Dhyana should become laya. And from laya, gana. Gana is the ultimate. And he goes on explaining, gana is much higher than japa, dhyana, laya. So what will people think? A simple song will outdo japa, dhyana, laya. It's a very wrong notation. People will read the notations wrongly. This gana which was told in that Sanskrit is something like which we do in that, Ganam Saidira Padagidu, Khanakam Vareni Poivudu. Or that gana which comes out of Atma Jnana, Ahamannam, a natural, where only fullness which can't be reduced, because we have crossed laya. You understand? After dissolution, it's a great joy of celebration and music everywhere. So even a small, as I put it, quill understands it. When it is full, it just sings. So that is the gana. You can't ask the quill to sing afterwards. When it's full, it will come out. So we will beat the quill and it will say, good gana. To that level we should not reduce gana. This gana should be something. The interpretation has to be corrected. All these people bring down to a very small level these things which should not be done in future. People should know what they are talking. So understand the difference and don't bring down any highest thing to a very small level. We don't do it, but world should be warned. Leave analysis as far as possible. Why Rama did this, why Krishna did this, why this man does this, why he does this, why she does this. They themselves do not know. They have done it. So the action is very simple. It's not a cricket, what do you call? Gossipers sitting together afterwards. Why this man did not beat, why he is capable, why he did not bowl better. These people simply analyze. I think. They are paid for it and they spend time like this to make the fool of people so that they will bet next day and lose. So everything has become commerce and it becomes analytical. Everything is spontaneous and happening. These two should be clearly, there should be a line drawn in between these two. So don't bring down anything or don't analyze anything. When you are getting something out of it, it's alright. But you are making millions of people foolish enough to go through this process of rigmarole of listening to all this. So the training should be spontaneous practice of accepting what is happening so that you react to it naturally. And the knowledge should be only wisdom. And that should not be in store. it should be also spontaneous. So if these two are understood, I think life becomes simpler. Life is life. It just passes. And don't think that you are relaxed, you are something, nothing. You will undergo, but it's a better way of feeling and handling things. Are you understanding all this? Life is just happening without any feedback or memory. If you face it, it happens. Otherwise you react with the feedback or memory. Simplest. Where your memory becomes total, you won't forget anything else. But those memories will not haunt you. Which is better? It's better, no? Haunting of memories is always a little troublesome. So memories become total, but it becomes dead seeds. Dead. Maranisidha suttogidda bijagalu. It won't harm you, it won't trouble you. Is it possible? Only when the spontaneity is recognized. Spontaneity is undergone. Oh.